I haven't seen you in ages. Welcome to episode 3 of the Pigs Kitchen Podcast. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. A lot of support so far. I'm really happy about it. I'm going to do something very different today. My guest today, my partner in crime, is the DJ Steve Baker, A.K.A. Ninjatips, and A.K.A. Ninja Clips. Now you're doing a barber course for yourself, sir.
I am indeed. Thanks for having me on, much appreciated.
Yeah, it's been a while now since we've been meaning to do this. I know we've been really busy and I've been quite lazy, but...
yeah. We're quite lazy too and busy also.
Yeah, so you've been busy DJing lately?
I've been flat out now, Fubar's going well.
Yeah.
So myself, Cian, Svet and Steve, so two lads from Clever Noise, and so the four of us decided to join together, make up our own night Fubar, so it's going well now. I think we're having another one there now on Bank Holiday May weekend. And I won't be here for it. I'll be at my brother's wedding. Come on, Glenn.
Okay, big shout out to Glenn.
Big shout out to Glenn, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to it now when I come back. We'll have more during the summer, all the big events coming up.
You'll have your barber course done then anyway.
Yeah, fingers crossed tomorrow.
On to bigger things.
That's it, man, that's it.
That's great. I've been very busy myself. I've been playing the spring championships of online poker, the French ones. They didn't go too great now, but I put in a hard grind for them. I was also up at the Irish Open. It was fantastically run by JP. Congrats, sir. Really, really, really good tournaments up there. I really enjoyed myself. Got back to the grind. Trying to keep fit. I done the C9 there recently again.
Fourth time.
Lost about 10 pounds. I'm going to have someone on to talk about that soon because I think it's very important. It's really good. And it's good to stay in shape. You're going to stay in shape yourself?
Trying to. I'm training now with Galway Calisthenics up in Duishka, up at the monkey bars in the back. So there's free training on a Tuesday and free training on a Wednesday. And lads are very good, very, very, very knowledgeable. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it. There's gym rings. We're doing all different kinds of handstands, press-ups.
Cool.
And there's different beginners and more advanced. And it's very good. I'm really enjoying it now. Really broke up from it. My hands. I don't know if you can see that.
A bit of a monkey myself, more of a gorilla. I don't think I'll be swinging out with bars anytime soon anyway.
Silverback gorilla there, like.
So we give you a bit of a background. We met each other at a house party there. You just played the song for me, Hungry for the Power. I was like, well, I'm a bit of a YouTube DJ myself now. I wouldn't be on the decks or anything. You're like, we go back to back and the very fitting song, sir.
Yeah. It was a brilliant night. That was a crazy house party.
We've been to one or two of them, alright.
Yeah.
And so give a bit of background about yourself. How did you get into music?
About 6 or 7 years. I grew up with hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop and rap was a huge scene in Cork. I'm from Cork. And it was massive down there. Like, in
case you didn't know, he's from Cork, guys.
In case you didn't know, dodgy accent. Happening, boys. Big shout out to Cox.
Big shout out to Cox.
And I grew up with that hip hop, which I still listen to a lot of now. And so that's how I started me into it. And then I suppose about the age of 19, 20, then I started getting into dance music.
Yeah.
And then moved up to Athlone then. And my brother and sister were in school, and I wasn't, so I didn't really know anyone, and I was always mad into it. So I went and bought myself a set of decks, something to do, like. So I just stayed out in the conservatory for hours and hours, for days and days and days and days. French house was the starting for me, like Daft Punk. Just like, I still have all my babies. I wish I brought them, just thinking about it now.
All your vinyls.
All my babies, yeah. So literally hours, I swear to God, hours and hours and hours and hours. Because I knew no one, so it was just like, Joe, I'll just start this, do this.
You had just a passion for it straight away.
Straight away, like, and then there were boys up for parties and such. And I was still going up and down to Cork, like, and bring the decks with me. And that's how it kind of grew and grew. Just putting whatever money I had each week into buying vinyls and just literally started growing out of that then, like, you know, like, that was, they were Newmark decks, a Newmark set. I bought them off Hard to Find Records. They're like the discounts, they're just as what you get.
Old school,
yeah. They were direct drive. I was just like giving a few bits and pieces off people, and then I got that and I slogged away on them for a year more to drag them everywhere, up and down the country.
A different kind of grind.
Yeah, a different kind of grind, man. On the buses with 3 of them, people looking at me and they're walking up the bus and I had to try to lift it over the seats. So I'm walking up with these 2 vinyls. I don't know if you know, but they're about that thick. So you're walking up the bus like this and then a big box of vinyls and I slogged them around the place, but it was good. It got me to where I am now.
That's it, yeah. You're a very energetic character anyway. If you've never been to see any Steve sets or you've never heard of them, very, very energetic, very charismatic. Something for everyone. I'd highly recommend them. And then you came up to Galway for a party then one time.
How I met Mitch McDonald. I met him when I was working with iRadio. When I was in Athlone, I got a job at iRadio. So I was with them for 2.5 years, head of PR. So that's where I started DJing in clubs. So I was doing it for them, DJing in clubs all around the Midlands, north and northwest, or northeast, excuse me. And so that's how it started, about 2 years of that. So at the start they wanted me to play commercial, and I just was like, right, so I just played commercial. But then after like a month or two, I was like, I just wasn't doing it for me, do you know? It's tough to be sitting there, giving it loads, absolutely appreciating everything, and I'd just be Rihanna or blah blah, all the commercials after another. So I was just like, no, I just want to play my own beats. Eventually got them in there. And then I just started playing my own stuff from there, funk, disco, house, soul, anything I had.
You like a bit of everything, alright?
Yeah, get it all in there. And then I came up for a gig in Galway.
With Mitch and Killian be Groove Shake now. Big shout out to them.
Yeah. We're getting everyone in here today.
Yeah, we'll have them on at some point.
Yeah, big time. And so I came up to them and I literally stayed on his couch on a Friday, went to the gig over the weekend and that, went home. I was like, man, what am I doing here? Like, you know, when I was back home, I was like, no, this isn't for me. That time moved up again, then stayed on his couch for like 5 weeks. Yeah. Got myself a job. This is like 4.5 years later. I'm now on your podcast. You know?
The rest is history.
The rest is history. Yeah.
You're really trying to take it to the next level. I had very different upbringing out with music. I would never be a DJ. I always had quite a passion for it. I always thought I had a bit of a musical ear as well. I started listening to happy hardcore, and it was
we all did when we were like
a DJ Rankin. So if anyone's ever got them red DJ Rankin CDs, cruising around the bark mills.
yeah. Out the Punto, the yellow Punto.
People going around Mount Mellick thinking I was DJ Rankin. I didn't have a clue about this. I was like, all right, make a bit of money here.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Galway, I started listening to stuff like Paul Kalkbrenner. I was introduced to him, and that's why I really like that kind of housey kind of stuff. Really liked it. So you were more into Boys Noise yourself, more techno, more hardcore.
Well, I like when you just as you say that now. Like I was grew up on Kiss FM, like John O'Keefe and all the lads like who actually ended up like Simon Murdoch. I ended up actually working with them on iRadio, just fluke like. You know, there I went to school in Turner's Cross, and I know them from all back in Grange and all down in Douglas and that where I'd be from. So and then. Like Kiss FM was all like half harder stuff, like you were saying, like so back in the day, like big shout out to the boys in the car set in McDonald's car park, and it was all dodgy remixes,
DJ John the launch, like you know.
Yeah, all the good stuff, like so that kind of was what brought me into it, alright, like the Kiss discos and all like that, like when we were younger and all, like Gary Duff discos and all like that, so it was all that kind of harder, faster stuff, and you snuck in your can of Dutch Gold in your pocket and you're nagging in your other one, you know. And that is, suppose, it actually really is where the dance side kind of came into it. Then.
Yeah, I definitely have a harder taste from hanging around with you now anyway.
Yeah. I squeeze them in there.
I've missed a good few festivals lately. I miss Paul Kalkbrenner actually playing in Rankin's Woods at
like actually named after you. Named after you, like, could you miss it? Like, if DJ Rankin was playing in Rankin's Woods, like, you'd have you wearing a lag.
Oh, I would have been there, obviously, you know.
Spinning it up with the boys.
Yeah, I always got stick for. Then I really liked stuff like Nicholas Jar and stuff. I know it's very slow.
Yeah, you brought me into the slower stuff.
Yeah.
When I arrived at first, there was all Boys Noise Records. Ed Banger, it was huge at the time. Like, I liked that dirty, gritty electro, hard stuff like
the razory stuff.
As you call it.
I kind of like some of that now myself, but I'm all about the melodic beats, man.
The melodic beats, man.
See, I for my own personal taste, I kind of need something that I can bop along to while I'm playing poker, and some of that I know I've stopped listening.
Trying to concentrate on grinding when it's going.
So that's what you're here for, you know.
Yeah.
So that I find now I try not to listen to too many sets, but I try to listen to podcasts and different things because hence why I decided I wanted to do one day. Get the likes of characters like you out there. But when I'm out and about, give me a shout. I do like the heavier stuff for sure. Yeah. Then I liked the Henrik Schwartz and the Boiler Room, and that's.
Well, we went to him for my sister's birthday there.
Yeah, we did. We seen Henrik Schwartz. I'm quite jealous of some of the artists you have seen. All right, we get to that in a second. All right, Solomon, and I don't know if any you've heard about a lot of these artists, but definitely check Henrik Schwartz out. He's one of the best boiler rooms that are out there. If you haven't heard about boiler rooms by now, I mean, when I first met Steve, boiler rooms were only a new thing.
They really were.
Henrik Schwartz is one of the godfather of the boiler rooms, and he just released a new set there that he hasn't brought one out in I think about 3 years.
Very long time.
And boiler room is absolutely huge now.
Oh, it's ridiculous. They're literally bringing out 2 or 3 a day. When we started listening to it, and when we all kind of fell into it at the same time. It was like once every 3-4 weeks, and you know you were wanting it, you were searching for it. Yeah. And now it's like boiler room, Berlin, small off. Now it's like little bits off of each other. Now it's gone into a huge It's massive.
It's nearly too big now. I was actually in one when they first had the boiler rooms. It was in a place called Stadbad in Berlin, and I was there with my friend Tom. Big shout out to Tom again. We were actually on. Had to get a plane in a few hours, and we were in the taxi, and they were playing at Dusky Don't Go. We got the car to turn around. We went back to where the boiler room, and I actually walked past that pillar that a lot of the boiler rooms are in. And I
it's always on the left hand side.
Yeah. I didn't miss my plane, thank God, but I would have liked to stay there for a few more days.
Yeah, it sucks in.
Yeah, you've actually seen some of the bigger artists yourself, like Solomon and whatnot.
Solomon, Dominic Uhlberg, David August live, all at A.K.A. I'm in 2 Solomon videos. When you text me when you were playing Barcelona, you were playing a poker tournament. Was it Barcelona, was it?
It could have been.
I think it was Barcelona. I was over at that with my sister and Julianne. Big shout out to Julianne.
Big shout out to Jules, yeah. We were getting them all in there.
Getting them all in there.
She's very musical as well. It's really good on the decks and stuff. She should be producing music too. You should get together in the studio for sure.
She's playing around with a load of Foley sounds and going out and getting really cool different sounds and working with it. She's got some stuff in the quiet, but we'll get there.
She's a great character, brilliant, very soulful.
Yeah, big time, big time.
So describe A.K.A. for. I missed A.K.A. I was watching it in my room at 7 o'clock in the morning, seeing Steve at the Solomon set now. I still haven't been to the likes of Tomorrowland and A.K.A. Like, so describe for someone.
Well, like A.K.A. was in Medihaven was the venue that we went to, but it's
Amsterdam dance event.
Excuse me, yes, Amsterdam dance event Europe, I think it is. Is it Amsterdam dance event Europe? Something like that. Anyway. Yeah. And this is 2014 now, so this is 2 summers ago. And the one we went to, it's on yearly. But what they have is they have like 400 venues. So each record label has its own place, but then you can go and have talks from different. So your record label has this place, and then they have talks from their producers, and then different influences from them, and then like Dominic Uhlberg played with a whole entire orchestra on the slide, like no one knew about it, and there's all these like really subtle, like if you know something in there, there was like parties on boats that no one knew was happening, and all like it's just, the whole entire city. All of it had yellow with black, that's their logo, like, so it's yellow flags, big 20-30 foot flags with A.K.A. written up the side of it, everywhere, absolutely everywhere. You just might go past somewhere and you might see a little sticker with just A.K.A. and just that
the whole city's nearly shut down.
Honestly, I couldn't get over how the whole city is bombarded with it. It's absolutely amazing. Like, literally there mustn't be any DJs playing anywhere else in the rest of the world for that weekend, because they're just all in there. I think it's 3,500 DJs or acts together combined over 3 days play there.
It's fantastic.
It's ridiculous. The size of the magnitude of it is gigantic. But we were out in Medihaven anyway, because we got the package that was the Solomon Dynamic Music weekend package, or it was just like different packages. You find your own niche, like you might like darker stuff, heavier stuff, you might like more arty, escapey stuff, you know. But so we were there anyway. We were in this Medihaven. It's like this art gallery, I think it was, but it's over 3 floors. So you go in, and then straight away there was just like a little room, but it was long, really long, and we seen like David August live there.
David August will be playing Body and Soul as well. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, he was amazing. He was amazing. But in the main floor, when you went out, then it kind of split. So it was a car park. So this was the layer to go down into a car park. Literally, you were walking where the car would drive, like.
Yeah.
So that was down into there. We'll get to that one. But then the big one up here was where Solomon was, where Egbert was live with cinemas, with Secret Cinema back to back, with Deep Dish played 5-hour set there. It was unreal. What we spotted was like, you know, right in the middle, and it was like, this is a football pitch in length and width. Now the whole entire thing wedged to the absolute gills of people. So we went down and we could see who was playing, and we were like, oh yes, we're waiting for Solomon to come on. So shuffled over, but it was the lads around first Secret Cinema back to back with Egbert live, and we were watching them. They were absolutely amazing. 4 of them there, and we just got this perfect spot. Never noticed that there was a camera there, and never noticed till you text us. Solomon was on, so was there anyway, giving it loads, absolutely loving it. Next thing I get a text from you of the link. Looking at the link, and you can see that we're just there giving it loads for half an hour.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really close to the DJ.
Like literally, like two people away from the barrier, and he was only a matter of 10 foot tall up, because the room was so massive, like that he had to get a view, I suppose, of everyone. And we were like, we were expecting like today or the solid and like nice airy beats and all. He just lashed out fat techno.
Yeah, that's it. Some of the best DJs, like I was saying about yourself, like you're very energetic and can play so many different frequencies. Like from like I like all the melodic beats. You play some of them, some really good remixes, and then you just don't know what you're going to get with some of these DJs. Like, people are listening, have a lot of people to check out. Anyway, if you did,
there's a serious one. Like when we went downstairs, we were looking for Dominic Coolberg, so we were kind of. You're still trying to find your way around because it was so gigantic until we knew the second day was the same place for the 3 days. So we did off pat by the third day. Go this floor, go boom, boom, boom. So the first day was all finding your way, chatting to people, blah, 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 blah. So we went down anyway, trying to find Dominic Goldberg. As I went down into the car park itself, the roof of the car park started going down into a tier like this, but this was going flat. So eventually, once you got to the bottom where the DJ booth was, he was only one barrier.
Yeah.
And probably the width from this table to here, and then there he was standing there with the decks, like. So he was just like, he was just leaning. You could quite get the sweat, like, you know, you tasted what was going on, like. Yeah. So we were there, and he absolutely hammered out the tunes. It was amazing. But the speakers, like, I can't remember the brand. I was looking to see that I know the brand. I never knew the brand, but the quality, the sound quality, and the lighting, the setup. It was like a whole jungle. They had all these big plants that came up and ran along the roof, that way. And we're coming across the roof, and then each room with its own kind of theme.
And this was just tiny, like on
this
the side, like this is one of the
just
smaller ones.
Another one down there, like, and then that's where the lockers were, where you stored all your stuff. So there's a lot of hustle and bustle there. But I mean, it was a sweat factory, man. It was unbelievable. Like when you got so close to the front, I just stopped jumping as much because the roof kind of had little notches on it like that, like, and I kept lashing my head off.
She's like, be fucked, so.
No, you stand back about there. I'll put you back about 10 foot, you'll be grand.
And you got some amazing photos of him as well, but then you lost your phone in the end.
My phone, man. We got him. We turned around like that near the end of his set, and he was just there, and he leaned in, and my sister was here, so she was leaning here, and I was leaning here, and then he was leaning here, so we were perfect, like head width apart, and he was just doing that. Got so many good photos, and everyone was so friendly.
Yeah.
Like once they finished, they came out, they were talking to you. They weren't like, oh, they were like, did you enjoy it? Like, did you have a good night? What was your favourite tune? And it was just so open.
Fantastic.
So
everyone's so together, and you get that from festivals.
There was no like, you know, like, oh, I am mega superstar. There was nothing like that. It was great. It was seriously well done, very well played. Everywhere we went, even like the next day before we went back to Medhaven, we were just walking around the city and taking stuff in, and we were finding like people. Like explaining how the production's down to such fine art. Like just walked in this fella and he's just explaining all this stuff, like giving everything away, all his tricks, all his tips, helping anyone that wanted to come up on stage. Like it was just like a small room, and he was like, come up, sit beside me and show him how to produce live there, like on a big screen behind as well.
Nice. It was well worth the money anyway.
Absolutely well worth the money, man. It went on for 4 days. It was unreal.
So then the following year you go to the world's biggest festival, Tomorrowland. So you saw my favourite DJ there again. I missed that one as well. You're probably grinding a bit too hard. I'll have to get to one of these things.
You'll get to it. You'll grind so hard that you'll be able to bring him to your party. But so how many of us we went over? We were staying in Belgium, in Ghent in Belgium, in this beautiful apartment. In a hotel, like this massive, gigantic 4-bedroom room, like, you know, it was all glass, all at the front, and it was just a diamond district, man. It was unreal. I never walked by windows like it that had such bling, 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 of all the shines of all the diamonds when you went by, man. It was
Versace.
It was unbelievable.
Some heavy Jewish.
Carrots for days, carrots for days, like. So we went there, and I went out to Tomorrowland, and the magnitude of Tomorrowland, it is just ridiculously massive. It is huge, like, and everything is like laser cut. All the wood you're walking over has that Tomorrowland sign, like all the 4 ways around it, cut into the wood like 10,000 times going down the thing. All the handrails have it. Everything is branded. All the bricks, they even make their own bricks with the Tomorrowland on it, on the little, like they cut. There's this walkway going up, and then so there's all grass there, and they just cut a gigantic hole into it, built a tunnel, and stuck a rave in there. Do you know? It's like once you get to the main stage, it's in an amphitheater.
Yeah.
So I was trying to count them, but you know there was so many. But I counted something like 80 stack or 90 stacks of 2 speakers going down, and then there were just the 2 that were here, and then there was 2 here, and 2 that were less here. And like the whole stage, they've all got different themes each year. It's all a certain theme. Like even your bracelet that you get like that, you go up and you put €200 on it, and I think they were called pearls. So you just scan it. So if you're going up for a drink, there's
you buy your drink with your band.
Yeah, you just scan your drink. So you say 4 drinks. whatever, 2 vodkas each, just go blink and it's off your wristband. And away you go. So the queues are just up and gone, up and gone, up and gone, up and gone. None of this waiting for change or waiting for anything like that. Like,
and it's very expensive, but it's probably worth something you need to try. To see
but the
in
sound
your
in the
lifetime.
amphitheater, like the sound, it was all EDM mainly on the main floor of it, like on the main, like, but I'm not messing. There must have been like 50,000 people just on this part, like just on the lower bit. And then before you came up onto the mountain where the actual amphitheater was, where the bowl was, if you get what I mean, like the actual bowl that goes around. I was standing there and we were walking around and I hadn't clicked yet that we were in an amphitheater at all. And it was always a dream of mine to go there, especially play at one. I always wanted to, because I've read so much about it and stuff like. But the one in Canada, at that piece in Deadmau5 up there, and all these other DJs couldn't get over the sound there. Ever since then, I was like, oh my god, I want to go to one of these. So I'm walking along with the boys, and everyone's like, rah, rah, and we're all looking around flags from countries I didn't even know existed. There is so many different countries there. Like, I've still never seen some of these flags ever. Like, I couldn't get over how friendly people are. Oh, you're Irish, come over. Everyone's taking photos with each other. Everyone's doing everything. Walking along, and I just can't get over. I keep on saying to myself, I'm like, how is it such good quality walking around? And then I look around and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in an amphitheater. So I'm saying it to the lads, and the lads are kind of, oh, what are you on about amphitheater? And I'm sitting there going, oh my god, this is amazing. I just kept filled up with it. Never.
There's just
quality.
everything, like.
Yeah. And it just keeps going and going and going.
Seems a bit big for me now, but I think it's something you have to try.
One of the rooms was 4 football fields long.
That's about the length of 4 football fields.
You're standing at the bottom and you don't know where anything is. There's just millions of lights, every kind of strange light disco, but every kind of thing you can possibly think of, like, is going on above you. And it's all people walking around. It's nearly like Funderland. Like, in the water, there was these like daffodils or whatever, different flowers open, and as they float naturally or whatever over to a different stage, it's linked to that beat, so it starts going to that beat. So if over here it's going boom, 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 that starts pulsating to that. But if it rolls or if it floats further over to your stage where it's more melody, then it slows down. Like, just the details, man, is ridiculous. Like, there's a post office there, and you can send free post from there to say that you're in Tomorrowland, and just you can, anything you want you can buy.
This is literally a whole different world.
Yeah. Everything is getting recorded. Everything, like, went to see Green Velvet. Was it Green Velvet into Solomon into Carl Cox?
Yeah.
There was the 3 that I went to because the lads were mad into EDM. That was their business. So I stayed with them all the day for that. And
we don't take kindly to EDM around here.
It was good when all the lads know all the words.
I suppose if you're on it, it doesn't matter. You're having the crack, like.
But it was good for it. But after, like, whatever it was, 6 hours of it, I was kind of like, okay. Oh, close to Green Velvet now. Close to Green Velvet now. Went down there and walking for ages.
He hit you with his laser beams.
Oh, he slapped us with the laser beams, man. It was just like la la, and all the good tunes.
10 Ibitas together, really.
Yeah, and you could see all them on Mixmag. I didn't realise that they were being recorded on Mixmag. And like at one stage at Last Train, and I mean half the crowd. That's when you could see me at Solomon. I'm just there, no shirt on. Come on. It did rain, like it rained. Like this Sunday was a complete washout.
Yeah.
Like a complete.
Carl Brenner was playing the evening there. There's you can see the set that it's raining heavily.
Yeah, it's proper pouring, like. But I was in the zone where I was just like, sure, if I'm standing over there, I'm going to be damp, and then that's the kind of weird wet. Do you know, when your clothes is wet and then you're trying to dry off, but you're going straight back into the wet. So I was like, just stay out there.
That's your dream, to play some stage like that.
Oh yeah, man.
You've had a residency in Ibiza yourself.
Yeah. 2010.
Yeah.
In Es Paradis, in the back room, there's the main room where the steps go down. That's the one fills with water and that. Like, it's for Lost Bow Party. Yeah. And I was up on the top up here, and the one that's all white. It's like white pool tables. It's thin but wide, so it's wide enough for pool tables and wide enough so it's just, if you get that's kind of perspective. It's a bit lighter than where they're not, but completely long, like.
You'd have to go see it, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's all white. Like, it was cool. It was really cool. Like, even the decks and everything all white. Like, and played there for 4 months. Played beach parties.
You have to come home sooner or later, I suppose, to your family and whatnot, you know.
God, by the end of it, I was rightly shook. Like, you know what I mean. 4 months is enough. I'll tell you that straight up. 4 months is enough.
Well, we'll talk enough about other people's festivals now. We talk about the festivals you played yourself.
Yeah.
Played recently. You've a few shout outs there.
Yeah. Well, like close now. The Puzzle Festival will be the first one on the list. Or no, we'll be played Scrubnock for Good Friday. I played an all vinyl set for Ian Hart. And
you're a resident there. You've played a few times now.
Yeah, I think that was.
I've missed them as well. I've been a good boy.
He's really putting in the grind, boys. I'm not messing. Like I did like every time I tried to play somewhere or a night in town, he's like, I got this one to play. I'm playing in a Barcelona on a French road. Like he's in more countries than I am.
Afraid of getting wet or getting me feet burnt. Either one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But the Good Friday was good. Now it was very good. It was down in Cork. It was the first time in that surroundings, and that's their new venue. I think I'm not.
It's just a one night thing as well. You got a bus down there. I heard it was well run. Then there was no camping or anything apart from a bit of bad weather. You came back on the bus the following day. But you've done a few that were 2 days and they went very well as well. So that's good. You'll probably get a nice dry one in the summer.
Well, hopefully. My next one now is a Puzzle Festival. Right. It's on July 10th to July 12th. It's 3 stages: the Puzzle Main, the Irish Underground Sounds, and the Scrubnock Bush Bar. I'm playing for Irish Underground Sounds for Rowan Stansbury, playing on his stage. And then a couple of weeks after that, 5 weeks after that, then it's Alien Vibrations. So playing for
Alien Vibrations.
Yeah. That's on the secret location.
Australian Aliens.
So that's on the 24th to 25th. That should be very good. So Elysian Circus, then the warm-up party. So it's after the Cork Pride Parade in 2016. So it's the after party. So it's Sunday the 31st of July to Monday the 1st of August. So that's Bank Holiday Monday, isn't it? Bank Holiday August.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I'd say so. So that's on down in Cork, and that's the pre-party to the party then that's on in September. But in between that then it's the Scrubnock festival itself. So it's an arts and music festival. So that's Friday 12th of August to Sunday 14th of August. And then finally finishing off, Elysian Circus, the Lunar Eclipse Festival. It's to February 16th to Sunday 18th of September. And like that was insane last year. It was
you're very busy, so
yeah, loving it, absolutely loving it.
That's like 5 or 6 festivals this summer.
Yeah.
Weren't out. We're also going to go to Body and Soul, I think. I've been there. Like this has been my 5th year. My 5th year of wings. No, I think it's 2012, 2013, 14. Anyway, 5 years in a row. So I'd highly recommend Body and Soul to anyone that's never been. It's a more of a relaxed festival. If you want it to be, you can kind of do a lot of different things.
Yeah, you can go book wild, or you can go look at bands all day long.
You can go to a yoga class and watch a movie there and eat porridge if you really want to.
Yeah.
There's
an egg in your hand.
Techno in the Woods, and David August is playing there. I highly recommend going to see him. Yeah. So that would be good. And so you also, on top of doing all them festivals, you've got a carbon residency now as well.
So I've each Thursday I play
a nightclub in Galway. It's pretty close to Pig's Kitchen.
Yeah. It's close to HQ. So every Thursday
for some interesting nights.
It has been some very good nights, and there's been some very good gigs there recently on the Thursdays. For Maze, they've had only and him last weekend.
We went to see Claptone, and I went to see and him last Thursday. And him were very good. I think we've named a lot of DJs.
Yeah. So they've been hammering out the excellent acts, But Fubar was saying earlier, that's myself and 3 of the lads, like Clever Noise, which is Steve and Svet. They're having a new tracks coming recently. They've been debuting them on the night. Tasty techno, very tasty. They've invested heavily into machine and into a lot of production software and all. They've got some nice beats coming, and Keen as well. So there's 4 of us all together doing that. And I have another little side project coming shortly. There'll be a grand opening for it. We'll have a few good nights coming out for the summer coming in. So there'll be the two.
You always pack out the Kessel Room as well. The Kessel Rooms, they have like a boiler room out the back, and it's a big, large area. Well, it's actually small enough, really, but it's always wedged anyway. Most nights of the weekend, especially when you're playing. Anyway.
Yeah. We bring the noise. Yeah, I face the wall and also it's kind of got a boiler room-esque theme. Their Kessel Room means boiler room in German, so it's good. It's very good. Great atmosphere in there. Like you can do what you want, jump around out the crack. There's not worse than going into a place and they're all like, oh my god, stop dancing. I'm here to dance.
It's a good vibe anyway,
Yeah.
Then so all your sets are on Mixcloud if people want to find you, and he does every set's completely different. You're going to get some that are quite heavy. There's some nice melodic beats in there too, some soft stuff.
I like to play a bit of everything. Like I was for Mikey Blaze there for a while. I was a resident for them, so there's trap sets up there. So it's 16 sets, something like that. There's trap, there's deep house, tech house, techno, heavier techno, like 130, 135. There's a wide range. I think it's better if you can just play a bit of everything.
That's it. Yeah. Well, that's what the best DJs in the world are able to do.
Yeah.
You know?
But at the same time as well, then I do play for other nights around town. So there'll just be some good nights. Like Rowan Stansbury's Irish Underground Sounds. He's been bringing the very good acts in now recently, and it's been going very well from like Ian Hart Basement Project.
Yeah, you can find them different places around the town.
Upstairs,
the Cellar, Electric, the Loft.
All over town. They do kind of all
Blue Note.
There's been great gigs in the Blue Note, very good.
Definitely,
gigs. Like Bart Klorsky, Get Deeper, Oris Tatumba, Hard Candy. That's solid, nice, juicy house and techno. And that Mark McCormick Puzzle, like drum and bass, all kind of offbeat hits. I think he does get into those nights. Do be absolutely wedged. Puzzle nights. That's the first festival, or the second I'm playing now in a couple of weeks. That Puzzle festival.
A busy year ahead of you, sir.
Yeah.
And are you all going to come together, you think, and produce a track? I mean, that's surely the next step.
Sure. There's talks about it now with a few of the boys. It's just every time, like, I have 5 minutes, then the boys don't have 5 minutes, and like I know,
like the two of us, we've been doing this for a while already.
This has been talked about for about a year, lads. I'm not even messing, like, and but no, it's always the way. Like, they've all doing very well in what they're doing in their careers also, and I'm busy and I'm trying to become a barber and I'm trying to do the DJing as well. Like, I'm trying to do everything. I'm still in college full time, like, and you know, so.
It's hard to find the time.
It really
you have a
is.
serious passion for what you do. You're going to put the time and effort and dedication in. You'll get there, you know.
Like my buddy Alan up in Dublin.
Yeah.
Big shout out.
Some heavy techno.
He's got a beautiful studio. Spent he's after building his own MIDI controller and everything there now. So I have to get up to him. And we got to keep saying it for ages as well, but he's in college and he's doing
It's very well designed and stuff,
Yeah, his studio's unreal.
I mean, being a professional means you're going to be working really hard, and whatever you're doing, it's going to be hard to find time. I don't know how the likes of these, like Joe Rogan's and Joey Diaz, they do their stand-up, they do UFC commentating, and then fucking do 3-hour podcast, 3 a week. I don't know, I'm lazy, you need to get out of bed, I suppose.
All on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, it's very well done. So, for people out there, they can find your sets on Mixcloud, and you've got a few tracks of the month or tracks.
Few, by far anyway in the last year, or maybe it was 2 years now, Bicep are just solidly producing amazing house, just amazing. Like Bicep just
they're
is my
from
track.
Up the north actually. I'm not sure where.
I think
Belfast
it's
or something.
Yeah. Like I had for that all vinyl set, I bought just on vinyl, and that was my finishing track. Like, you know, it was just it's what a weapon. Bicep, serious talent, serious tracks. I think their the Boiler Room set, their AVN Boiler Room set is unreal. Unreal. It's very good.
People have loads to check out anyway.
Yeah, big time. Like, and one of the first ones that ever got me into Anthem, and I started re-listening to all of them, was Walkmen, and I kind of forgot it because it's so strange. You keep getting new tracks to get new tracks, but yet there's such gems, such good quality that you do let them slip through the cracks by accident, not intentionally.
Grab your buddy one way to take
And so I've been starting to listen to that again, and a banger that I only just got now a couple of days ago is Sven Väth, Accident in Paradise Kink remix.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to play that now with Alien Vibrations. It is solid, man. It is Kink is always playing a bit different kind of tracks. This is just solid banging techno. Like,
you just played it all vinyl set there. He went out of his way to buy all the vinyls online and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
it's been weeks waiting for them to arrive. Going, please.
That's how Solomon got into it, though. He just started bringing his hip hop collection to parties, and then suddenly he has one of the biggest record labels in the world. He has nearly 100 artists or something. So
dynamic music.
I wish you all the best of luck, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. I wish you, sir, for Pig's Kitchen. It's done in the beginning.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I keep doing them anyway, as long as Conor McGregor doesn't retire. I'll probably go into mourning if that happens. And if to end the podcast, I'm going to have a track that Rob Molloy from Mount Medica produced. From the recent centenary for the 1916 Rising. It's a Pádraig Pearse the Rebel. It's quite eerie. There's a nice backdrop to it. There's actually gunfire in the middle, and it's just a speech. I think it's beautiful. It's very well done. So I guess that's going to do it for Pig's Kitchen Podcast. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Mind yourself. Peace out.
I am come of the seed of the people that sorrow, that have no treasure but hope, no riches laid up but a memory of an ancient glory. My mother bore me in bondage. In bondage my mother was born. I am of the blood of serfs. The children with whom I have played, the men and women with whom I have eaten, have had masters over them, have been under the lash of masters, and though gentle, have served shores. The hands that have touched mine, the dear hands whose touch is familiar to me, have worn shameful manacles, have been bitten at the wrist by manacles, have grown hard with the manacles and the taskwork of strangers. I am flesh of the flesh of these lowly. I am bone of their bone. I that have never submitted. I that have a soul greater than the souls of my people's masters. I that have vision and prophecy and the gift of fiery speech. I that have spoken with God on the top of his holy hill. And because I am of the people, I understand the people. I am sorrowful with their sorrow. I am hungry with their desire. My heart has been heavy with the grief of mothers. My eyes have been wet with the tears of children. I have yearned with old, wistful men, and laughed or cursed with young men. Their shame is my shame, and I have reddened for it. Reddened for that they have served, they who should be free. Reddened for that they have gone in want while others have been full. Reddened for that they have walked in fear of lawyers and of their jailers with their writs of summons and their handcuffs. Men mean and cruel. I could have borne stripes on my body rather than this shame of my people. And now I speak being full of vision. I speak to my people, and I speak in my people's name to the masters of my people. I say to my people that they are holy, that they are august despite their chains, that they are greater than those that hold them and stronger and purer, that they have but need of courage and to call on the name of their God, God the unforgetting, the dear God that loves the peoples for whom he died, naked, suffering shame. And I say to my people's masters, beware! Beware of the thing that is coming. Beware of the risen people who shall take what ye would not give. Did ye think to conquer the people, or that law is stronger than life and than men's desire to be free? We will try it out with you, ye that have harried and held, ye that have bullied and bribed, tyrants, hypocrites, liars.